Hey everyone, getting into the next mission. We are currently trying to capture a landed large scout. This is the next mission after the terror mission, so we're going to be trying to raise some new troops. Essentially our goal is to, within the next month and a half, or within the next month or so, raise enough troops that we won't get completely screwed by the next terror mission, because that's where this game is going to end if it ends. If we can get some troops up to rather high levels, and like actually get them to the point where they can start surviving again, that would be really useful. So we've outfitted a new set of troops, customized them a little bit, given them all new names. All of this for luck. Hopefully none of them will end up being red shirts.
Dropship has arrived.
The drop site for this operation will be in Canada. Reports indicate the UFO is set down in a sparsely populated area. We need to stay sharp and eliminate the invaders.
This is approximately 3 days after the last terror mission. Basically nothing has happened. The workshops and laboratories I was building finished, and new troops arrived from XCOM HQ, so I have a huge supply of squaddies to choose from. Of course, squaddies aren't terribly useful, so we have to be a little bit more careful.
Strike 1, you are green to deploy. Approach with extreme caution. Current enemy status at the site is unknown.
Alright, first things first, we're going to get the snipers into position. This actually looks like a familiar map, except that it's in the dark. This looks like the map where we died horribly last time. Okay, neither of these characters is actually capable of doing anything useful here, so we're just going to go ahead and put them on Overwatch. And from there, we can move everybody else forward. And see what happens. We're going to try not to expose any new sightlines, because we definitely don't want to see any enemies here. Also, putting everybody on Overwatch one at a time is still a bad habit I need to break myself of before I end up playing any impossible games. I can't afford even the slight mistakes. Okay. There's another point of cover right here. Dash to that. And that seemed fine, so we'll go ahead and set up everybody else behind this. And generally the only character I want to keep in the back is the support. Everybody else needs to be able to be up front where they can do their damage. Nothing going on here, so let's just go. Switch back there. Another slight error here is that my sniper in the back ranks does not actually have her sniper rifle equipped. I need to fix that.
Quiet! Did you hear something?
Yes, I did. I can hear cyber discs, so we're going to have to be very careful. We know that the enemy is on patrol, so we're going to go ahead and equip our sniper rifles. And just try to get to the best cover that we can get to. Looks like this is perfectly good cover. And this is a pretty good spot for the assault to stand. Okay, really need some of these people to come out and get their faces killed in, but it's not happening yet, so with our snipers still on cover, we're gonna take a look a little bit forward. Nothing bad's happening here, so we're gonna go ahead and move that person up as well. Get her at a height advantage, which we can use to take this area here. Plenty of good cover in that direction. My assault, I feel a little bad about putting him this close, but nothing ventured, nothing gained. And this sniper is going to go ahead and run up and find some high ground of his own. I'm trying to figure out where, though. I think this fella's probably okay running over here. While our sniper pushes up to that tree. Alright, and with that all set up, we can move to some light cover here and start setting up overwatches. We can hear something that sounds like a cyber disc over in that direction. We haven't actually seen it yet though, so we have to be careful. Our plasma sniper is going to have to consider what to move. Support trooper is going to want to take out the back rank. We need to get our heavies forward. So that means, I think, that we're just going to cover with our sniper rifles preferably. Second time I've made that error. Then just get the heavies forward. Support can go over here. And another heavy over here. The heavies and the snipers are covering each other, as they're the characters that need to remain stationary to do things.
Missed the target. Hostile spotted.
We have some sniper shots. We actually hit that cyber disc, which is really, really good for us because that thing's going to tear apart squaddies. If we can hit it twice, then we should be able to take it down this next turn. Might even be able to do that anyways.
Shot failed to connect.
Okay, no shot that time. But everybody's getting overwatches.
Shot
I think
failed
as soon
to
as it
connect.
sees us, it's probably going to go ahead and try to do something cool. Okay, so here's its reaction. I'll start with a headshot. I don't think we can do damage to it right now. I think it's in its best mode, but let's go ahead and see what damage we can do. Okay, that was worth a lot to us. Second headshot here. Also a miss. We have 2 rockets, which is 12 damage, so if we can put 1 damage on it, we'll feel safe. Also, it would not be a terrible plan to just try to kill it fully this turn. I risk a lot running forward, but I would get a better shot at this thing, and I don't have a shot right now.
All ass.
I think we're going to go ahead and get behind cover here.
Enemies in sight.
Nope. Yep, we found our mutons, but at least we're in solid cover. So from there I can take this shot. Do another 6 damage. The heavies are probably going to consider just taking out these mutons so that they don't have to deal with them. But we'll have to figure that out shortly. We currently got cover against those mutons, so our best option would be to make sure that we take down that cyber disc there. Both of our heavies have grenades, so we're going to go ahead and pop up onto the trees. See what the shot's like. 47% chance to hit. Is that a chance worth taking, or do we want to use an alien grenade? This is a heavy laser, so we're going to go ahead and take the shot. Beautiful. Not quite what we were looking for, but beautiful nonetheless. Mutons can come around and flank somebody, but I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. We'll have to see. So this heavy is going to run. Ideally, we'd like to take care of that drone as well, but that drone's pretty far away, so it might not be able to kill us this turn. We want to use our explosives are a sure bet, and we can use them either against the mutons or against the cyber disk. The question of which, though, is actually pretty difficult. Alright, so that's my only shot there, which means that it's time to throw this grenade and make sure that that cyber disk goes down. For some reason I don't have targeting on it, but that's okay, as long as I can click and throw. What? Alright, well that wasn't particularly happy. Try this one more time. Okay, this definitely encompasses the cyber disk. So we're gonna toss it.
Grenade out.
There's a lot of explosives we're using, but it's definitely worth it to take down that cyber disk before it does anything nasty. Okay, this definitely does have flanking, and does a pretty decent amount of damage. I have seen those things just kill my troopers in Classic, so I'm pretty happy about that outcome.
Get me the hell out of here!
Alright, we have a heavy suppressed. That's actually probably the best deal we can manage. Not sure where the other muton went. That's actually a little disturbing.
They're moving around the side.
Get me the hell out of here! They're flanking us!
Flanking happening on several different targets. Our snipers don't have shots on either of them, which is really quite a problem. And with suppression, we're stuck in position. Alright, Kirk definitely wants to fire his rocket at one of these two. I think it's definitely going to be this one, since that will allow us to move into a better position and shoot him down. The question is, do we have the shot? Might be able to target the top of that. Let's try aiming this direction. Okay. So aiming high or low, that tree is kind of unfortunately in the way. But this is a pretty solid target, so I may consider going in there pretty quick. What else? However, this is the one who's suppressing the person who wants to actually shoot something. So, lots of tricky questions here. We can target anything here. Anything at all. Or throw our grenade such that it lands on top of that muton. Both options are viable, neither is happening. I think what we're going to do instead is make sure that that thing dies. As you probably guessed, we're not too worried about weapon fragments today. Our support is going to go down here and see if he can spot out that other muton. No sign of him so far. And not a very good shot, so we're just going to go ahead and put down some smoke.
Cover going out.
This rocket would be best spent again on one of these two targets, but nothing good happening there. Can we get some cover here? Half cover. Which might be viable against our second muton friend. It's very important that we actually have some viable options for when that muton comes charging up the ramp. So we're going to go ahead and cover behind here. And there he is. And we can shoot him from here. Can't do any damage to him, but we can shoot him. Plasma sniper is of course suppressed. I'm going to see if we can blow some of that cover away. Nothing special going on.
Way that just happened.
Definitely want to put this plasma sniper rifle on Overwatch, as with the laser sniper, so that if that muton comes up, something bad will happen to him. Or he might just toss a grenade. Okay, our heavy is now no longer in any cover, but he does have the smoke, which will give him a flat 20 defense. That muton's not anywhere where he can shoot effectively, but he can do his blood call. This muton is going to take some sort of killing shot. Yep, heavy down. Alright, Squatty Kirk is critically wounded, and our sniper just shot at somebody. I think that he missed. So, we have some options for just murdering things, which we may want to take soon. I'm thinking this assault trooper is definitely going to want to kill one or the other of these two. Preferably the one that actually allows him some cover. So we're going to drop down, and we're going to shoot some things in the face. Alright, that was an easy dead target. Picard here could probably do exactly the same thing to that muton, but he will expose himself to the other enemies, so we'll have to be pretty careful about how we decide to move that through that. Can't get the rocket over there. Can get to better cover, preferably some indestructible cover, and Overwatch over our special character here. Okay. This tree here could provide some options. We need a firing solution, but our double snipers is actually giving us a couple of problems. I'm gonna run a sniper up to that tree. And this fella's actually in a decent enough spot that he can do some damage. He even got the muton.
They're falling back.
Out of the muton's full retreat, which means that we might actually have a stab at making this. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll see what we can do about Kirk. Do we have a medkit? We don't have a medkit. Poor Kirk. Alright. Alright, we're back in it. Squatty Kirk is in serious danger, but there's not really much we can do about it. We didn't bring a medkit this time, and we still have that muton out there somewhere. So we have to start worrying about him. The best way to start worrying about him is to set up snipers in the best possible spots. That is not the best possible spot. That is a rather hilarious mistake. Alright, hopefully we can cover him. Oh! We have more mutons coming in. including a berserker.
Missed the target.
He's down.
Alright, having one of the ranged mutants down early is going to be a pretty big boost. We do have to worry about the berserker, who we can't see at the moment. That's a little distressing. One assumes he must be right over there, though, so we're going to go ahead and pop a hole in this. That didn't hit him either. Okay. But we have a couple of decent shots, which we should maybe save.
Adjusting sights.
Oh, we found the other mutant. And he's actually in a pretty visible position, so I'm gonna go ahead and kill him. I maybe should have saved that headshot, but I think I'm okay with it. Currently, from where I'm standing, I can't see any more targets, but I can get a nice shot here. Put myself on Overwatch, and hope for the best. Meantime, this character going to seriously consider getting a little closer, even though mutant berserkers can do a lot of damage. Alternately, I can get behind this tree, and that'll give me a nice vantage point to shoot at him. Oh, I'm even flanking. Alright, so it's just the berserker now. And I don't think he's close enough to do damage this turn. We can also hear floaters now. Kirk's out. Cisco may shoot somebody. He did, however, he's using a pistol, so everyone's okay. Floaters have circled around behind us, which is not good. Also, we still don't see that berserker. What happened to him? This is a very worrying display of everything.
Good to go.
We're going to go ahead and set our snipers on Overwatch and our plasma rifles.
Ready to rock.
Reload that guy's gun, since it's not going to do much damage.
What's making that noise? X-ray spotted.
Alright, we have heavy floaters. They're on the wrong side of our snipers,
That is not good.
which is not great for us.
Cover the flanks.
And there's that mutant berserker.
Find some new cover.
This situation is getting very bad for us. Okay, so we need to kill those floaters, and we need to kill them soon. But we may just have to go ahead and find new cover here. Yeah, I'm not seeing that headshot working out. Gonna move our sniper over here and hunker her down. And this sniper needs to get into a spot where he can snipe from. This will work fine. If we switch to Overwatch, he should be able to stop that enemy from moving forward. We have our mutant berserker here. Gonna take a shot at him. It missed.
Testing sights.
Our shotgun specialist can take another shot. Mutants step forward when they take their hits, which actually turned out to be very bad for me. I don't want to push him forward anymore, so I'm going to just go ahead and try to set up an Overwatch. Oh. Well, let's see here. He's way too close to my assault trooper, and we want that trooper alive. So we're going to go ahead and set up an overwatch right here. Or we're going to dash by accident. That can happen too. Alright, both floaters are now visible. Our Muton Berserker is running forward. He's going to go ahead and take a hit. Oof. Yeah, that definitely hurt. Janeway has taken a Muton straight to the face, so she's feeling pretty good. And I've also got headshots on both of these guys, which feels really nice.
See ya in hell.
Okay. That guy's flanked as well, which means another headshot is in order. Yep, it's a crit. Our support is not behind any particularly great cover, so we're going to have to figure out a spot for him. There should be good. And he's got a shot, so we're going to take it.
Taken care of.
Alright, that should cover all of the enemy groups. There's a possibility of one more, but I'm guessing that that was it. Cyberdisk, Muton group, heavy floaters, so that's 4 groups of aliens, and we still have the alien, this thing, which, if we had been thinking, we might have actually done, one thing we do have to be careful of is we did blow a hole right in that alien's, area, so we have to be careful about lining up in front of the, space there. Still, we want to move there as fast as humanly possible and get all set up. Alright, somewhere inside this medium scout ship is an alien that we'd like to capture, but can't capture at the moment because we spent all of our stuff on useful items, and that has actually not been a disappointment.
Good to go.
We're not sad about spending our item slots on other items at all. Plus, we're not looking to assault the alien base anytime soon, so catching that overseer shouldn't be too big a deal.
Good to go.
Gonna have to be careful with Janeway since she's fairly low. Gonna line up our snipers in front of the wall. It's very rare to see an alien in this part of the map, but certainly not worth risking. And our support there. Can I just pass this turn? Yeah.
What's making that noise?
Okay. Let's see what's inside. Nothing. Okay. Move forward. Set up a beachhead. We're not expecting any more resistance at the moment. We're really hoping that we find that alien inside the command center, since that'll be pretty low, pretty easy area to infiltrate. And let's just go ahead and move the snipers forward a little further. Okay, we're not hearing anything yet, which is probably a good thing. Gonna listen in at that door, but probably not breach it this turn.
that sound?
Noises are definitely coming from a direction that we like. We'll open up this door. And come around the side. Get our assault ready to move in. As well as our support. Actually, we'll get our heavy out in front. With our support behind cover. Since we want our heavy to be able to aim rockets. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Since he doesn't have a rocket at the moment. Or a grenade. No sound at the moment. We're gonna try to flush the alien to the other side. Again, no sounds coming through. Move the assault up. Right here should be good. Follow that up with the heavy. Sniper on this side. And I don't feel like we want our support there just in case something funny. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, well we didn't trigger it, so... Oh. Proceeding very carefully towards the exit. Staying up watch. Alright, sounds are indicating that he's inside this room, which is where we want him to be. Gonna get our assault trooper in front. Put our sniper on the side. Go ahead and send Pike up. If this support can make it around to this side, then we're going to do that. And that puts our last sniper here, and we'll just backspace to end the turn. I think Overwatch might contribute to actually hearing things, which is an interesting concept. Okay, so first things first, let's open up this door so that the alien's more likely to move to the right side. Oh, actually I have to select this guy. Since you can't open doors from in front of them. Alright, there's our alien. He's moved into a spot that is behind cover. And we'll have Picard do the honors.
Commander, killing these particular
Dr.
aliens
Roland, of
gets
course,
us
will
now.
bug us about that, but we only lost one operative and we killed a bunch of troops with the other 5, so we're feeling pretty happy. Promotions for everyone, hopefully? Promotions for 3 of us. James Kirk is unfortunately a 2-kill loss, since we did get some kills with him before he died, but Janeway's going to get her lightning reflexes, which is going to be a very helpful skill. Squadron Garrett, I think we're going to definitely be working on snapshot snipers right now. And Squaddy Picard, an interesting question. Do we want a sprinter, or do we want covering fire? I feel like we want a sprinter in this instance. Especially since Squaddy Picard is going to be carrying our medkits and keeping our troops alive. We now have heavy floater autopsies available, because we actually have some heavy floater corpses. So let's go ahead and start that. Okay, so this will give us the Advanced Repair Project, which will allow Fighter and Shivs to repair faster. We can also build a plasma cannon for 30 weapon fragments, which we will consider only if other research projects are not available. That new fighter craft is going to be fairly important. But actually, plasma weapons are going to be pretty important as well, because we really want to start felling alien ships. Okay. So our research project is on hand, and we should be able to buy our very first heavy plasma. Oh. Cost is the only restriction from getting another heavy plasma and another heavy sniper rifle. Another plasma sniper rifle, both of which will be extremely useful in the days to come. We also have the alloys to build skeleton suits, which I think we're actually going to get at least 2 of those. They're very good, and even though they give a little less armor than Carapace armor, they provide extra defense, which is invaluable on several of our characters. UFO tracking boost requires Cyberdisk Rex, so we'll look at what costs Cyberdisk Rex in the Foundry and decide whether or not that's worth it. An alloy shiv would also be a solid addition to our party, and probably worth selling whatever it is we've got. Okay, grenades, advanced repair. Anything costs Cyberdisk Rex. Not a thing. Shiv plasmas. Eh. Both lovely concepts, but we need to save our weapon fragments. Advanced repair drones. Heavy floater corps. So we'll have to keep a hold of some of those if we want to have advanced repair for our fighter crafts. Still, that's also going to be a pretty significant cost, so we'll have to consider that carefully. The grey market. Not much worth selling here. Uton corpses are pretty much worthless at this point. So, we'll sell a bunch of those. Cyberdisk Rex are going to have some use. I'm not seeing much of a use for the rest of these, but I believe we already have advanced medkits. Should double check that first. Yep, advanced medkits are go, which means we don't need thin med corpses. Do we have enough to purchase a plasma sniper rifle? It's 166. Alright, so we'll have to wait. But we are on our way back up, and hopefully we can continue to be that way for some time. Now, one last thing we will do is we will definitely get one alloy shiv, because shivs are going to be useful at this stage in the game. Okay, and we're done for the night. Have a good night, everyone.